everybody. I hope you're having a really fabulous day today. So, first off, thank you so much for watching my videos. Last week's video was so much fun to make, all about climbing roses. And I've got some great tips on new climbing roses to add to my garden. So thank you all for those comments. Really, really appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, I'm Fionuala. I live, work, and garden here in Zone 9B, gorgeous Northern California. And I have a fabulous place here at Cottage Gardens of Petaluma where I grow my favorite plants. And today I just have to share one of my top favorites and 6 reasons why it will probably become one of your favorites too. Now, if you have not met Geranium Rozanne before, here she is. This is one of the most incredible perennials you could ever grow. Now it's hardy, zone 5 through 9. I know a zone 10 gardener who can grow it really easily too. There are so many good things to say about it. I'm going to share the top 6 reasons. I narrowed it down, believe me, because I probably know a few more extra good reasons as well. But 6, narrowed it down to 6 reasons that you are going to want to add Geranium Rozanne to your garden. First off, what is Geranium Rozanne? Geranium Rozanne, alongside all these other geraniums I have down here, they're known as hardy geraniums. Cranesbill is another name that all of this class of geraniums gets called. I've got another cutie here and Biacovo over there. Anyway, they're a fabulous group of plants. Hardy geraniums are hardy. They keep coming back every single year, and Geranium Rozanne is no exception. So it is a kind of plant that here in Northern California, we grow it with a little bit of afternoon shade and regular to light on water, good well-drained soil, and the results will blow you away. So let's dive right in and find out what are those 6 reasons you really need to grow this fabulous perennial. 1, the foliage alone. There is so much going on with the foliage. This is why I came down here with these baby plants. I wanted to show you the leaves. So they're very divided. There are different colors going on in the leaves. These are young plants. Here we are, it's almost June, kind of the end of May. So very lush, deep green with splashes of chartreuse on the leaves and a little bit of veining going on as well. So just for the leaves alone, Rozanne is well worth growing. If it never bloomed, you would want to grow this as just purely a foliage plant. So, apart from just the foliage, the other thing that's really, really fabulous about Geranium Rozanne, super easy to grow. It is so easy, it is crazy. Low maintenance, very little that you need to do, regular enough water, good draining soil, let it billow. That is quite amazing. But the blooms, really, we've got to go talk about the blooms. I don't want to drag that out too long because the blooms are amazing. Let's go back up to the other plants and I will talk to you about those blooms. You saw the baby foliage and how it looks when it's a brand new young plant. Look at what this plant looks like at maturity. Now these Rozannes have been in place in ground in this bed right here for I think 3 to 4 years. They come back faithfully every year and they're literally a showstopper. Everybody can't wait till we start growing them and having them available because these guys start blooming in March and they literally do not stop till late fall. So enough about the foliage. Let's talk about the blooms. The blooms are held a little bit up and over that gorgeous foliage. Bright, bright blue with a white center. And the bees absolutely love it. Now we're filming this today in the evening. The bees have gone to bed already, but trust me, I'll dig out a few photos because it's the most photogenic thing, watching a bee just buzz on up here. So that's another great reason to love Rozanne. The honeybees adore it. It's a fabulous pollinator plant. So it's great in a habitat garden, a wildlife garden, or any kind of a garden where you want to bring bees on over. But yeah, check out these blooms. Check out how many blooms are in each plant. So I think originally about 6 plants, 7 plants maybe max, were planted in this bed. Each one has grown to at least 3 feet across and billows over the edge. So they really, really produce so many blooms, so much great foliage, and they just do so fantastically in the spot that I've given them here. So something I want to show you. The spot that gets more sun, but that is shaded in the hottest part of the day, it starts getting shade right around 2:30 or 3, but full on morning sun. Ooh, here's a bee. I just saw a bee. Oh my goodness. Full on morning sun, sun till about 2 o'clock. Look at the bee. Oh my goodness. It's picking certain flowers to go to. Oh, I love it. It's late in the day, but obviously still warm enough for the bees. Look in here. Right there. Look at that. Oh man, makes me so happy. There's still a bee or two out and about this end of the day. The sun exposure. So Geranium Rozanne, it does great in full sun. It does great with part shade, but it does best right here in my zone if it gets a little bit of shade from the hottest rays of the sun in the late afternoon. So this particular plant, huge, absolutely huge, billowy, full of blooms, probably gets the most bees, and it is as happy as can be. And it gets shaded from 3 o'clock on. Further down this row, the plants are still looking amazing, still full of blooms, but they're getting smaller and smaller the more deep the shade. However, they are still blooming. This cutie right over here really probably only gets an hour or 2 of sun in the morning, and yet it's still making some gorgeous blooms. So, ease of growing. This is one of the easiest perennials you can ever grow. That's another great reason to have Rozanne in your garden. Another great reason that you really need to grow Rozanne, it is resilient and it is hardy. And by resilient, I mean deer don't eat it, bunnies don't eat it, gophers don't eat it, but I'm about to plant a whole bunch of them in my yard, and I am really kind of concerned about the gophers, so I may put at least half of them in gopher cages just for extra insurance. But seriously, we have gophers here at Cottage Gardens. They have not touched these plants, so I need to just have faith. But deer and bunnies, oh my goodness, that's a big deal. Around here, West Petaluma, we've got a ton of deer. And to know that you can plant this faithfully and not worry about it is fabulous. However, anybody, anywhere out there who's already grown Rozanne and experienced something different, please drop a comment before I plant like 100 of them in my own yard. And as for resilience, these guys come back faithfully every year. They seriously do, with very minimal care. They look a little bit strange in the winter, kind of tired, wintry, and we do cut them back at that point, cut them back. This is after the fabulous fall foliage. They get good fall color too. There's so much going for this plant. But we do cut it back. That's about it. Clean it up a little bit. There are other plants in here that also get cut back. And it just pops right back, happy as can be, every single spring. So yeah, fabulous plant to grow. And that's why it's my plant pick of the week, because I have taken so many photos of this, walked past it and petted it so many times, I literally couldn't not talk about it. So what grows well with Geranium Rozanne? What would complement it? Here at Cottage Gardens, in the shadiest part of the plantation of Geranium Rozanne, I've got it planted up with Brunnera Jack Frost, which is such a beautiful plant. It's really, really pretty. That's that perennial forget-me-not. It definitely prefers the shade, so you would plant it alongside your Rozanne that's growing in the shadier part of your yard. I also have nasturtiums, which are just seeding themselves all over the place and complementing Rozanne so beautifully with their orange flowers and their red flowers. I've got delphiniums, and they too popped themselves right in. But the other sort of complementary plants, if you're going to grow it in full sun, what I would do is pick something that is complementary in color or an exact opposite in color. I saw this amazing plantation of them in Australia. That was just stunning. There was Rudbeckia, Geranium Rozanne, and the Rudbeckia black-eyed Susan flower was bright yellow. That was absolutely stunning. So really the companion plants, the plants that you're going to be growing it with, sort of depend on, are you going to grow it in full sun, or is your place, your location where you're going to put them, is it more on the shady side? There are so many great plants to choose with. Maybe none quite as easy to grow as this one, but that's another cool thing about Rozanne. It is so easy and so spectacular, frees you up to take care of your fussier plants elsewhere in your garden. So there you go, everybody. I really hoped you enjoyed this, my plant pick of the week. I really love this, and I hope you love it too. So drop me a comment. Let me know if you have a favorite plant right this second. What is blowing you away in your garden right now? What did you see recently in a nursery or garden center that you just are like in awe of? Because that's the thing. I'm really familiar with Rozanne, but I am in awe every single year when it's putting on her show. So that's why I did the video. So yeah, if you like this video, hit the like button, share it, subscribe if you haven't done it already. Drop by Cottage Gardens and just come and feast your eyes on this gorgeous plant. If you live too far away and you can't visit, find me on Facebook or Instagram or any way you want. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you again soon. In the meantime, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful time in your own gardens. Happy gardening!